Cheers, cheers, cheers. We're back.
We are back, man. What's going on? What's going on? We are back. I am Dez. I'm here with my boy Alf for another installment of the What's Going On Old Man podcast. We are happy to be here with you as usual to check in, see how you guys are doing. We're gonna make sure that you know how we doing. Alf, what's popping, man? What's going on, bro?
A lot of technical difficulties today.
Mm.
And once again, for a second or
Second week.
third week,
So
second
so
week,
P
he's out.
is officially a missing person.
Yeah,
You know,
he
we
he's
need
out.
thoughts and prayers to go out to him at this point. We don't know what's going on, but he's still here in spirit, and hopefully he'll be back soon. Like I said, I think he links up with one of them old broads he told us about from
That's
them past stories,
that's
and
that's
he's
that's what
laid
you
up.
said
He's
last
laid up.
week.
He's
That's what
laid
you
up, man.
that's what you
He's
said
probably
last week. And yeah, you could do this from both. Technology now. You could jump on the phone and do
not
this.
not not if she's some jealous old broad who won't let him out her sight. Like, yo, you need to
Doubt
cuddle.
it.
You can't go podcasting. But yo, speaking of old ladies, man. So I'm gonna jump in first. So this week it was World War III in my house. Me, my old lady, my wife. We got into it a little bit. And I kind of told you a little about it yesterday, but I'm gonna let you know that we made up. So there's peace now. We both threw up the white flag. We're back. We're back on good terms. But the issue I was having was that there was something of mine that went missing, and it happened after she had done some sort of clean. She was in an area where I had something, and after she did her cleaning, it ended up missing. Now, you guys out there, you don't really know me like that, but I'm borderline OC. I'm the type of person I keep everything in one spot. I know where everything is. I always tell people that you could blindfold me and I could find my clothes, everything that I own, because everything is always in the same place. So I just said, hey babe, I know you were cleaning a certain part of the closet. We have like this dresser in our walk-in closet, and on top of the dresser, I keep all my colognes and stuff. And I'm like, hey, I can't. After you did your cleaning, I can't find my cologne. Can you tell me what happened? She was like, no, I don't know nothing about it. And I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. And so she tried to change the subject, and I was like, nah, I kind of want to talk about this. And she caught an attitude against me. She got defensive, started snapping at me, and I was like, yo, what is this? Because I'm the type of dude, I don't know how you are, Al. If you could potentially have done something wrong or caused someone some kind of issues, aren't you gonna be humble about it a little bit, or are you just gonna, if they confront you about it, you're gonna get defensive?
Listen, I think it all depends on the day you're having. I think that was probably a bad day, and that's why that attack came. The guns came out, the knives came out fast and quick.
Well, I didn't appreciate that. I don't know. Me, good day, bad day. If I'm in the wrong, I'm apologetic. I'm like, hey, let me try to figure this thing out. But we talked about it today. We made up. She was like, her bad for snapping, but she said her issue was she didn't like my tone, how I approached it, and confronted her about it. And I'm like,
Yeah, 'cause you probably came with a slick tone. She's probably getting slick
well,
tone all day at work, and then here you come with a slick tone with my cologne tone at. She wasn't feeling that cologne tone. That cologne
I don't
tone
know,
had to
man.
go.
I
So
can't
she
do that, man.
so she
I
so
don't.
she
I don't care.
so
I
she
don't
tried
care
to
about
bother
your
you fast and
tone.
quick.
I know, but anyway, we made up.
That I think that's bull when somebody say they don't care about people's tone. Tone says everything. Somebody asks you a question normal, yeah, you answer the question. You get a question, a hostile question in a hostile way, you don't answer it the same way. So
Nah, I'm not. I'm not.
tone is a big deal.
Not for me. And that's how, like, let's say I came to your house, right? And I broke something, and you kind of turn around like, yo, dude, what you doing with an ill tone? I'm not gonna get defensive about. I don't care about your tone. I broke something in your house. I'm gonna be like, my bad, brother.
Yeah,
You
but you
got
don't
it.
know if she don't but you don't know what happened in the situation, right? You don't know if she threw it out. You just know she cleaned it. Doesn't mean that she took it and she did something with it. So your tone was an accusatory tone, and she ain't like it. Like there was nothing broken in the house. You break something in the house, you can understand somebody like, "Oh my god, what you doing?" But she's there minding her business. All of a sudden, here comes Inspector Gadget looking for his cologne. What if you put it somewhere else? What if tomorrow morning
But
you wake
but
up
but but
and it's
it
on the
would never
corner
be that.
somewhere?
Nope, nope. And that's why I prefaced this whole conversation by saying the way I am, I don't move anything out the way. All my stuff, and I've been with my wife for 14 years. She knows me. Everything is exactly where it is all the time. That cologne has never left the bedroom. It damn near never left the closet. So I'm a very regimented, organized person. So that's why that thought about me misplacing it out the window. So
Well, like I
me coming
said,
to her. So the
I
circumstantial evidence, even you're right. We didn't see something great, but the circumstantial evidence is there. She never did that major cleaning on top of that dresser before. She was like, "Yo, I wanted to do this cleaning after the major cleaning. The cologne is done." I mean,
well, like I
let's put
said,
we all
she's
could do
sh
math.
she's the one that said you had the tone, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Either it was an
and
imaginary tone or a guilty tone. I don't know.
nah,
She said you had a tone.
yeah, but come on, dude. Like I said, if I'm in the wrong, I will accept somebody's tone. I'll be like, all right, you got it. Let me see what's going on. But anyway, we got past it. She explained her position. I told her that, because sometimes you kind of want people to react the way you are. Like I said, if I'm in the wrong, my tone, I don't care about your tone. You could get a little snappy. I get it. But, we have peace in the household now, so I'm a little happy about that. But what's going on with you, bro?
Nothing, man. Just a lot of being very tired and waiting for
See, that's
this.
that's what that's why we call it the old man podcast, huh? That's the symptom of
I
being
don't
old.
I don't think no, it's called by not getting enough sleep. Like I don't know. I have one of those fitness rings and I track my sleep and and my this whole entire week been averaging like 3 to 4 hours or 4.5 hours. That's why I'm tired.
Yo, dude,
So
if this is 20 years ago, you think you still feel tired like
yes,
this?
yes, 3 to 4 hours, 4.5 hours sleep is not a lot of sleep. If you
Yeah,
gotta
I
get up
don't
and
get a
do
lot of
stuff
sleep
all
either.
day, if you're waking up and just doing nothing all day, then yeah, it's nothing. But if you gotta wake up and use your brain and walk around and do stuff, you get tired. Commute, all this other stuff. FYI, guys, this is not our full time gig. There's gigs on the side. There's gigs, main gigs, everything. So yes, that's why. So if you're not getting enough sleep, it's not good. It's not good. The reason I got this because I was like, you know what? I was feeling tired all the time, and I was like, "Alright," and then I had to start changing things, like
So,
going to bed
so what's the
early.
solution? So then, what's the solution? What are you gonna do to get more sleep? Like,
G g
how do you
sh
fix this
go go
problem?
to go to try to go to bed
Like for
earlier,
me,
or
that's
try.
impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. Like, can you
Nothing's
really
impossible.
like? And when you say early, what time you talking?
I don't know, like, 10:30, which is no people go to bed even earlier than that. I know some people, but, not
Yeah.
12, not 1:30 sometimes, or 1, and then gotta get up at 5 to get ready to go to work, so yeah, that's the
So,
problem.
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What what are you normally doing when you're going to bed at like 12 or 1 in the morning?
Well, the problem is either I'm coming in at a later hour
Hmm.
and it's not like when I just get in and I hit the bed and I'm knocked out. So it's always for either like this week was a lot of weeks. So it's not volunteer. I was at a couple of events. So I was coming home late. So because I was coming home late in bed, I couldn't go to sleep right away.
Hmm.
So that added to it. Yesterday I was in Brooklyn. The train I usually would have caught to get home a little early was even worse. Got home even later. It depends on what's going on. I think this week was an active week, so that's why
That's what I
I'm
was about
feeling
to
tired
say.
too.
It doesn't sound like it was a typical week. It seems like there was more activity than
But
than, than normal.
it's yeah, but here's the thing. This thing is called Old Man Podcast, but guess what? As you get older,
Mm.
you should get more sleep. It's period in the story. Even when you're younger, you're supposed to get more sleep, at least. And I realize I can't do good with a lot of hours of sleep. Some people can sleep for hours. I can't do it. Like my sweet spot is like 6 to 6.5, and I feel good and energized.
Yo,
Anything longer than that or anything longer than that or, shorter than that, not good.
it's funny you say that. I read something recently about men around our age experiencing something called the squeeze. Apparently, when you enter into your 40s, and this was according to this thing that I read, they label it the squeeze, and how they describe it is that men who are in their 40s and a little older, life starts pulling at you in so many different directions. You have work, you have kids, you have a wife, you have your elderly parents, you have other business ventures, and all of those things pulling at you all at once leaves no time for rest. You're constantly handling some issue. And when you're talking about how you're not getting any sleep, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you were dealing with work events. Were these work events that you had to go to this week?
No, that's gonna be next week. That's gonna be this
Okay,
upcoming week.
right.
So this is
So,
gonna be a
did it have anything to do with kids and sports or?
no, sports kid stuff is over, so that's a good thing. But
Okay.
some of it was a drop off here, but the main sport things are over. So and like I said, those things don't last long anyway. It's like during the 7 to 8 hour 8 o'clock window where if you get home after that, you're good. This is just doing probably this is called doing too much. When you do too
It's
much,
it's the squeeze, man.
squeeze, whatever you wanna call it, when you do too much, guess what? You don't really execute well, because you're trying to do too much at the same time,
Yeah,
juggling
but
way too many
I think,
balls.
I think that's the life of a man, of a responsible man, a man who is motivated and ambitious. Because when I read this, I was like, I have every single one of these things. I have an elderly parent that I'm dealing with. My mom is a whole issue. Like when she needs me for something, I have to be there for her. Like I have to take time out to make sure I could attend to whatever she needs. The kids, obviously, work, obviously, business ventures, marriage. All of these things are different stresses that I have to shift gears and go into and deal with. Like I told you this week, my wife and I were kind of arguing. That takes a strain on me. Work was stressful this week. My son is, about to play his semifinals tomorrow in basketball. So I have to deal with that. My daughter is going to be in a play coming up. So she's in rehearsal, picking the kids up. There's so many different things. And I constantly have to shift gears, get my mind right to address each and every one of those things. Yo. So when do we have time to sleep with all these things pulling us?
I don't
Is
know,
it
all
even
the
real?
yeah, it's realistic because all those things you mentioned are not happening at 10 to 1 o'clock in the morning. They're usually after work hours or after school hours,
Right,
right?
but don't you have to stop work sometime to deal with these things? That's what I do. Like I work those. I usually at 10 o'clock. That's when like you'll see my wife and I. That's when I need to sit down and get some work done because we dealt with the kids. The kids are in bed. All the other issues of the day are over, and now we could say let's get some work done. So I don't know. That's how it is, man. At least
I don't know. I just can't wait to get some time off.
you need a vacation. That's all I was about to say, brother. You need a vacation, man.
Nah, I don't need no vacations, man. I've taken a lot of vacations this year. Uh, got to start getting ready for next year. I don't think I'm gonna take as much vacation as I did this year versus next
Yeah,
year.
yeah, we do the same thing. It's off and on. Like last year, we
Yeah,
were like, nah, we need to
I'm not.
chill.
Yeah, I'm
Because we
not
were
gonna
going
be doing it.
crazy the year before. But
Yeah,
this
it's
year
too much time.
we gotta make some moves this year because we didn't really do nothing.
Like, it's too much, man. It's fun, it's great, but I did a lot of trips this year. And listen, man, this was the year of the big 50, the year of the 25, year for the
No, man,
1975 kids. So,
no.
you're probably gonna do a little bit
The
extra,
50
do more. Yeah,
the 50 crew.
you're gonna treat yourself. You're gonna go out and do things. It's gonna, it's your year. So next year will be
Yeah,
like a little slow year, a down year.
man. I don't know,
But
man.
we'll see. But you know what? Hey, man, things happen, and guess what? You're back up again. So I really don't know, but that's the plan. That's the plan so
So
far
you
to
chilling? So
take it
you
that way.
chilling? Nothing. So you got any days off coming up or what? You just
Yeah,
you know.
I got some days off that I'm gonna try to relax and see what's going on. But
So you
yeah,
got a staycation coming up.
yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. But I know it's not gonna end up that way. But that's the plan.
Hell no. You know your wife is gonna make you give you some chores and shit, fix some shit around the house or
Nah, it's not
whatever.
gonna be no stuff that I want to do. I'm not fixing anything now. The house is doesn't ain't nothing in the house needs to be fixed. But maybe I want to maybe this basement down here. I was thinking maybe I want to paint it, change the color up.
Okay,
But
that
I'm
sounds
like,
like
but my question is, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to go through this mission? Because then I got to figure out where I'm gonna put all this stuff, and it's just a lot of stuff. So I don't know. That's one of the things I'm thinking about doing to be like, to come down and be like, all right, brighten up the place, slap on some white.
next.
I won't be yeah, staycation. I could stay there, catch up on my shows. My mind will be doing that. I could do that too. But
But
this, I don't
what
know,
shows you
might
watching? What shows
require
you
some
watching?
work.
What shows are you watching?
I'm watching, well, I just finished watching The Beast in Me, which I thought was kind
You
of
finished
good.
it?
Yeah.
I started watching that shit.
It's a
It
good
was
show.
confusing. I didn't understand what was going
I
on.
don't know. Like I said, I don't know what you're confused about, but hey,
Granted,
pay attention to what's going
I
on.
was you're right. I was kind of occupied. I was like in the middle of working and it was on in the background. But every time I looked up, the main character looked confused, like she was disorientated.
Yeah, you didn't know what's going on, dude.
I know she had beef with her neighbor. That was the most I picked
All
up.
right.
There was some kind of tension
Yeah,
between them.
there was
So
tension. So but you got to understand what's happening.
I'm gonna circle back on that one and check it out. Yo, but what I watched, I don't know if I told you, it's all her fault. Did you see that?
No, maybe I'll watch that next.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
what's going on.
You're gonna like it. And I'm telling you, dude, within the first 10 seconds of the show, it's on and popping. It's one of
Well,
those
well,
shows.
well. I want to prelude to something I think we should watch. the
What?
documentary that just came out on Netflix. I think we need to watch that
What are you talking
episode
about?
1 of the Diddy
Oh,
documentary.
hell yeah!
We
As
need
a
to
matter of
watch
fact,
that
no, dude.
episode
After we
and have a
sign off
talk about
tonight,
it.
I'm watching that. Did you start watching it?
Yeah, but I'll watch. I think we should watch each episode and break it down,
Oh hell
and
yeah!
then have
But
a
but
little.
but
Yeah.
overall, without giving too much, I want to be able to say I want to be able to talk
Yeah,
about it
man, I'm not gonna
intelligently.
say anything, man. Just watch it, first episode. Take notes if you have to on certain things that might pop in your head that you might not remember because you watch things and you just take this just study this thing because it's just like how it is. You know how
That's
time
what I'm
goes
asking you,
by.
nigga. Give me a little sneak peek, a little preview.
Okay, time goes by and you forget certain things. You're like, wow, I forgot about that. Wow, I forgot about that, and you start wondering, like, I don't know. You start you know questioning, man, are these people right? But then listen, you and I both know there are
Mm.
people that's always going to be haters. We spoke about that last time, so you can't take everything like 100%, like, oh, yes, this is 100% true. You got to take little bits and pieces and be like, what? Yeah, maybe I could see
Oh,
that.
you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but it's kind of it's very hard when a lot of people are saying the same thing, So that
Now,
right there is crazy.
again, I haven't watched it, but to me, it's kind of reminiscent of the documentary they made for R. Kelly after he got into his legal troubles. Surviving R. Kelly. I always feel like these documentaries are the final nail in the coffin. It's like the
Well,
person
if you
the person has
remember,
been convicted. They're being punished legally, but you know what? We're gonna throw some salt in that
yeah,
wound.
but the R. Kelly thing was different. Remember, that came out first, and that thing led to all
Right,
the
right, right.
craziness
It
for
helps.
him. This
Right,
is
right,
a
right. It
yeah,
helps.
that was the nail that put him in the coffin. This guy's already in the temporary
Well,
jail coffin, so I don't know.
Well, you know what? Let me watch it first, and then I'll be able to comment more
Yeah,
on it.
let's
But yeah,
watch
yeah, I think
watch it,
yeah, I
and
think
we'll
I
talk
think I'm gonna
about it.
set it off
So
tonight.
so
I'm
next
gonna be I'm
so
gonna be up
next
late tonight. No sleep
so
tonight,
next
and I got to
so
get up early
next
tomorrow.
week next week we'll jump on that and give that a little check for the people because I know everybody's talking about it and I want to share our view with everybody else too because I think that from what I saw, I was like, wow, it's pretty good. Even though a
How
lot of
far into it are you?
the third episode, there's only 4 episodes, the third one, but the thing about it is a lot of the clips,
Hmm.
like you've seen before, but there are a lot of clips you haven't seen, so
Okay.
it's like a combination of the two, but it's good. So I didn't finish it yet, but I'm gonna take a
Without
look at. I'm gonna
without
finish it and take
without
a
with-
look at it.
without going into the documentary itself, what do you think about the whole 50 Cent involvement in the documentary?
I don't listen,
That's
man.
a major issue
I
right there.
I don't know. I don't know if I really like. I don't. Here's the thing, man. Like the guy's in jail. He's in miserable place in his
Hmm.
life. This to me feels more like this is not a money grab. This is a revenge. Who messed with my baby mama? I'm gonna destroy you. Grab. You asked me to go shopping. Grab whatever beef he had. This is just what this guy does. He's a petty guy. We know people like this in real life. And this is what this guy's doing. This is to me what this is all about. And it's funny because you see people like Ja Rule on the internet saying, "I told you he was a rat. I told you." Like, like it is kind of basic what it is. When you do a tell-all documentary, right? That's what you're doing, kind of. You're like telling these people's supposed secrets and uh, Diddy's people's calling it a hit piece and all this other stuff. It's petty, man. Like, listen, the guy's already he's down in the dumps already. Leave the guy alone, man. It's over.
Yeah,
Like this is
I
a
saw
done it's
him
a done deal,
in a
man.
in a couple of interviews. Like he's making, he's doing the circuit, going on different interviews about the documentary, and
Oh
something
yeah?
about it just doesn't sit right with me. When I see him, he has this big
Yeah.
smile on his face, and I'm like, yo, dude, you
He's
you are
reveling.
brothers, you're
Eh,
brothers in hip hop. Like
yeah,
at the
dude.
end of the day, I'm not saying you have to like the dude, but when you see a
Yeah,
dude in
dude.
this kind of situation, just fall back a little bit, yo.
Dude,
Just
this is
no
what we
comment.
do.
No comment is the best thing, but for you
Dude.
to be actively taking part, and
Yeah,
again, I haven't watched the
actively.
documentary yet, so I
Yo,
don't
and it's
know.
funny, and if you and my man
I don't I don't
my man
I don't know if the documentary is really damaging to Diddy yet. I gotta watch it,
oh,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah,
again,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
for you to actively be participating in that, I don't know,
Dude, you
something
saw
about
you
that stuff
saw you
seems
saw what,
wrong, yo.
what's his name? Dame Dad says. That's some ugly work right there, man. It's that's
Who? Oh,
It's
Dame said
whack,
that?
man. I think it's whack, man. Yeah, he was like, he's like, black man taking the white man's money for to put this thing out and do this ugly
Yeah.
work. And it's like, dude, the guy's already down in the dumps. Like, and the funny thing about it is the only reason you're doing this and everyone knows it is
Hmm.
because of that situation. There's a picture of him circulating over the
Well,
internet.
no.
Yeah, that's part of
There's
it.
so many different theories.
Yeah, but that's the main one because everybody. That's the main
We don't
one.
know what the main one is
Oh,
because
dude,
I
everyone
heard
every
I heard
time they
another
go in on
theory.
this dude on the internet, they put the same thing up, him in that picture on the beach, teeth, buck teeth showing, taking a picture. It's horrible, dude.
Obviously, even though there's
And
a
that's
bunch
it's
of
like an
theories
inside joke.
circulating,
The
even
rules
even
and he
even though
you know what
there's
I'm
a bunch
saying?
of theories circulating, one of the main ones is yes.
Oh, yeah, that no,
The
no, listen,
woman Diddy was
women
abusing his baby mom, like treating her like the slut of the week. So and not only that, but having the baby mom, like like praise
horrible.
this nigga, like you took care of me and my son, and thank you for
Dude,
helping us move.
it's
So
horrible, dude. Horrible.
definitely the baby mama thing has to be a
Horrible, horrible.
component,
Dude,
or it
people
has to
will
be a part of why he wants to do it. Another theory I heard recently was that after 50 first came out and he made that song How to Rob, I heard Puffy went crazy on him, was talking mad shit about him, like the nigga breath stinks, he looked ashy, like years ago. So some people believe that it's just a vendetta from back then when Puffy was on top and 50 was trying to come in. I heard Puffy almost even, try to do some blackball shit to him to make him, not be able to even break through in the music industry. So that's a theory. The baby mama, like I said, that's probably at the top of the food chain. There's the you try to take me shopping, which I don't know why you would go all out to destroy a nigga over some shit like that. But yeah, it's
listen.
like either way.
I'm slamming it on the baby mama drama.
No,
These
and
dudes will go to
you're not
war,
wrong. But
war, 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 war with
but you know why you can't. You know why you can't
war,
100% say that, because even before Baby Mama, 50 was always taking shots at Diddy, so he never liked the nigga.
war.
But 50 takes shots at everyone. He takes shots at Jay Z. And
Exactly, dude. He's like I said, he's one of those petty dudes and wants to get attention, uses the media for that, and it works to his advantage. But this to me feels very kind of like, all
no,
right,
no.
calm down. Like it's too
But 50
much.
better pray that he is never caught up in some shit, because oh my goodness, the world is not gonna let him. The world's not gonna let him breathe. Everyone is gonna come in to get stick that
Yeah,
knife in
dude.
him too, yo.
And that's a horrible place to be in because guess what? Hey man, you're a human being. So mistakes can happen, things can happen, an accident, something stupid could happen. It's to
Yeah.
everyone, right?
No,
So
no, no, no,
just
no,
gotta be
no,
careful.
no one's gonna have mercy for this dude. No one. It's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna
And
be a
I don't think and
celebration.
listen,
If he gets jammed up, it's
I
gonna
don't
be a
like to be
fucking celebration.
I don't like to be a vengeful person, but hey man, he deserves it, man, for this type of this to me, I don't like, man. It's like and another thing I didn't like too was like when he was on trial, the constant poking and like I'm like, damn, dude, this dude, like, listen, I'm not saying what this guy did was right, I think it was wrong, but like, I don't know, man, why is it so good? Like, it's like celebrating almost like, yeah, this dude's about to go to
Hell
jail and
yeah.
all this other stuff. I'm like, that's
Uh,
not, I don't think that's cool, but hey, listen, he has to live with himself, and like you said, don't make a mistake, brother. Hope everything works out. Everybody comes out on
but
top,
but
but it
let
ain't
me.
go good.
But do you think that 50's behavior is consistent with his brand? Ever since he came out, he's always gone against the grain. Literally with that song "How to Rob," his first song that
He's
broke
not
through
the only.
was
Yeah, but you know what? It's funny. It ain't like he was the one that originated and started doing anything like that. A lot of people have done this, but he just had his thing was just effective. This
who
guy,
else? Who else did it?
what's the name that I saw one the other day? Wayno did one too when he was going after. He was throwing names out like when he first came out of jail.
But yeah,
Mano,
but that
yeah.
was like a remake of 50's thing.
I
Who came
don't
before
know.
50 who did that?
I honestly I don't know. It was old. It could have been around the same time or before. The point is that this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah. Mano was paying homage to 50
he
with that.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was you know what? Listen, if P was here, he'd be able to pull the thing up because I remember the name of the whole thing. But guess what? We can't,
We
right?
can't
So
find P. You see P? You fucking us up right
you
now,
can't.
bro. Where you
You
at?
can't. You can't.
Yo,
So
P, I ain't playing with you, nigga. But, but yeah, but my question was, is it consistent with his brand? He's always been a troublemaker. That's been his brand since he stepped into the rap
listen,
game.
dude. you gotta evolve, okay? You're doing shows with stars, you're buying studios.
Yeah.
You gotta evolve a little bit. You can't be stuck. You're not a 18 or 20 something year old rapper anymore trying to get the attention you got when you first came in, right? That stage is over. You moved on. You've elevated. You've leveled up. Plenty.
So,
You've moved up super levels,
but
right? So come on, this is stupid now.
so
You're
then,
a
but then you
CEO, big
so
time
you
exec.
right. But
What are you doing?
you agree then it's consistent with his brand. You're saying his brand should change, should kind of
I'm saying that if you stay stuck
evolve.
in the same type of mentality, it's stupid. That's what I'm saying, right? And when you have good friends that are not your friends anymore, then it start questioning character. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Like I told you, when I saw him in those interviews,
Now,
he didn't even look.
granted, I don't
He
know
didn't
the
even look right to me.
pressure
He had some
that.
tight ass suit on. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing here, man?
Oh yeah,
You over
yeah.
here
You
with
look at Matt like
all your fucking teeth showing as you're burying another black man from your
yeah, yeah. It's
genre of
horrible.
music. It just I
Yeah,
was like, come on, man.
yeah,
I
dude.
don't know,
Like I
man.
said, it's like almost like the crab in the barrel complex, man. Like, boom, you just, this is horrible, you know. Like, but like I said, man, like, hey, man, you know that I think he did a good job on the documentary, though. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
But
executive producer. I don't know what you got to do as an executive producer, but he was involved in some. He was involved in it, and I think it's well put together.
you don't gotta do shit but put your name on it to sell it to
You
Netflix.
know, yeah.
That's all you
So
gotta
I
do.
think it's but I think whoever
So
put
oh
it
yeah.
together, though, they did a good job. They did so far a good job.
The other theory,
It's
which
a
is
good job.
the other theory, which is the one that I support almost as much as the baby mama theory, is the bag. We all know that Netflix, their pockets are deeper than anybody. I don't know. Did you hear about the
That's
most
the
recent deal?
that
They just purchased
it's not done. It's not done yet. The deal's not
but it's
done yet. It has to pass SEC, has to get
right.
approved.
But
But
look how much
they
money they
won the
putting up.
bidding
What is it
war.
like 37 billion?
More than that,
So their
like
pockets
70
are so
something
deep. So
billion. And there's a if the government does not approve it, there's a $5 billion breakup fee. So it's a lot of money. But the point is that
but
in my
could
opinion,
you
that's the
imagine? Could you
yeah.
imagine
But
how
you
much they
dude, like I
offered him?
said, it doesn't matter, dude. It's the lowest part of the whole thing. Okay, this thing was led
The bag?
by pettiness. Yes, that wasn't like the number one.
Wait.
I'm going for the
You
bag.
don't. Yo, 50's first
No.
album was called "Get Rich or Die Trying," my nigga. Are you?
Yeah, like I said, dude.
Money is the forefront of his brain.
Like I
Um,
said, dude. In this situation, what this guy was
you
doing,
think
that wasn't was
50 don't
he
care
wasn't
about
leading with the
money?
money. Okay, I
50
just
Cent,
said that in this situation,
Mr. Get Rich or Die
man,
Trying.
listen, man. Once again, in this situation, that was not the leading. That was if it's from one, two, three, that was not number one. This number one thing was to be petty against this dude and to bury him and whatever grudge he has to destroy him. That's what it was. And that woman was the main part of it. There's so many links to her in this situation, especially there's a kid involved too. This is
And you
horrible.
think,
So guess what? Because the money was just a plus. That's what it was. That wasn't the lead thing. Like I'm gonna do this for money. He's doing this because he wants to hurt the guy, destroy him. That's what this is about.
so
Okay.
you don't think that they offered him a bag that was so undeniable that he was like, I don't give
I
a
don't think
fuck,
the
I'm gonna
bag
go
was
do this.
that undeniable, and when it comes out, you'll see what it was. It was
Hold
not
on,
the undeniable. I'm telling you.
let's see if we can find what the bag is. Give me a
Okay.
second.
And like I said before, even it's that was not his motivation. It wasn't the bag, dude. That was
We
not the
don't know that.
bag.
We don't know that for certain.
Been at okay, from the trial. He was freaking going at this guy nonstop, like it was like like he was reveling in this situation, and now he's in jail. Now he's like, yes, I'm gonna really stick it to him. This is like a Barry movie. When you see this thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. It doesn't make what's Buff look good at all. Like I said, you start thinking like, damn, I remember this now. Like it ain't good, dude. Like so, like I said,
Shit.
it is a hit piece. It's a hit piece to knock you out.
They said that I just read something. They said that it's not public how much money he made
Exactly. It's not
on
gonna
the
be public
deal.
because you know why? Because when the people see the number, they're gonna be like, okay, there was no major bag. Then they'll be like, wow, he really did it for that. But everybody knows already. Okay, you have to put two and two together, dude.
But everybody knows Netflix has a reputation of giving out that humongous bag. Yeah.
What's a humongous bag? A 10, $20 million bag? You didn't get no 50, 100 million for this. So
I don't know.
the
I
reality
don't
is
know,
the
man.
real.
Like I
But
can't
that's the
say. You
bag.
can't say either. How do
That's
you
the
know?
bag Netflix has been
What many
giving
people?
out. It was they because you could
10
look it
million.
up. They have yeah. That's what they were giving us
Hold on.
comedians and stuff. They weren't giving them no hundreds of millions.
Hold on.
It
I think you
wasn't.
may be wrong, but let me double check. What
Like I said before, dude. This is not about a bag
the
thing, man. This is personal.
Yeah, but again, Alf, you have to look at a person's
It's
history.
personal.
50 Cent has always been about. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know if it's leading with personal, or if it's leading with the bag. It could be
Oh yeah,
both.
yeah. This was
They don't
leading.
have to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah. I'm taking a stand that I believe this was leading with pure personal. When I look at those pictures, I'm like, wow, because pure personal, okay? Because I look at this dude was open open on this chick, okay? Pure personal. And then to hear what happened, who did it too. Because here's another thing about you know what? Please watch a documentary. You're gonna see. You're gonna be like, you know what? I think you might be right. Okay. Now that I think about it even more now, I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
watch it because
All right.
there's a pattern that
Hold on.
what's the name does. Okay? There's a pattern that
Hold
you'll
on.
see, and you're gonna be like, oh damn.
So
So there's a pattern there.
you were super wrong about what you said.
Okay. What else wrong about?
Hold on. I'm trying to
I
share
can't
my
see
screen.
anything.
All right. Boom. Netflix. Netflix has paid a total of 100 million to Jerry Seinfeld for a multi-year deal that included two
Multi-year
stand-up
deal,
specials.
dude. That's not one episode of a documentary.
It, it,
Multi, I mean,
it doesn't matter
The
though.
Obama's
Okay,
got
hold
a
on,
deal too. The Obama's got a deal because
hold on,
it's like a multi-year thing. It's not like one like a not like a
hold on.
comedy series, and you just get paid that one big 100 million. Jerry Seinfeld has to do a multi-year deal. This is multi-years and rights of comedian, cars, getting coffee. It's like a series. You ever seen that? That's a lot of shows. He's selling the catalog. This dude just did a documentary.
How come I can't click on to open this more?
And Dave Chappelle right there. He got
Yeah,
60
60
mil.
million.
But that's for three specials, not one document, three specials, dude. That's
Oh,
three
so
major
the
specials.
next one is Fritz where I got 40 million for two stand-ups. So that's 20 million
Yes.
for
And I got
a
okay,
stand-up.
dude, that supports my theory. 10 to 20 million, like I said. So that's probably what he got. These dudes are doing multiple things and they're getting this type of thing. That's the numbers. It ain't no crazy number. And Jerry
No.
Seinfeld
But you're
and
talking
Jerry
about
Seinfeld
you're
and
talking about
Biggie I'm sorry, Biggie and 50's not no Jerry Seinfeld who has a monster
no.
catalog. So come
Yeah,
on,
but you don't think people are freaking salivating at the mouth to see Diddy? You think people want to see
dude,
Jerry Seinfeld stand up more than they want to see this Diddy
there's
documentary?
it ain't
What?
100. It ain't 100 million. It ain't a multi-series deal. What you showed there was like series and multiple
No,
shows, a
no,
lot of production, a lot of work,
you
not
didn't
a
answer my
documentary,
question.
dude. And on top. Yes, but on top, but it's not gonna be that big. I guarantee you, when it's all said and done, ain't gonna be nowhere near those numbers. That's number one. And
And
number
and
two,
do you think the viewership for a Jerry Seinfeld stand up was going to be more than this Diddy? The whole planet is watching this Diddy thing.
it will be
And
more
you don't
because
think
it's
50
multi-series.
Cent negotiated that in a room with them? Like, we're about to
And
drop a bomb on you. This is going to be the most popular
please,
documentary Netflix ever had.
no, it won't be. Trust me, because you know what? At this point right now, this dude is done, dusted, and buried. You know what would have been great? Maybe
Hmm.
if this came out like before the trial around the trial, I think then it'd be like even like, oh my gosh, it would have been like all eyes not caring. Now that the dude's in jail and buried, he can't even freaking defend or say anything. You could watch. It's like, all right, it's like you're beating a beaten down man already. So it's like, whatever, man. Like I said, trust
Alf,
the same the
you
same
just
feel.
went against what you said.
No, I didn't.
A few moments ago, you were like, we need to watch this. You were like,
Yeah, we would have watched
everybody is
because the
watching
reason
it because
why
we need to talk about it because
because we're
everybody,
doing a podcast, right? We're doing a
and you were
podcast,
like,
and guess what?
everybody's
And
talking
if it's
about it.
what's going on, I'm gonna watch it because I had to
No,
watch
no,
it
but
because
you
this was
also
going on.
said
But
everybody's watching this thing. Everybody is
yeah,
gonna
but
watch. You watched Jerry Seinfeld's stand up. You saw his show.
no, but guess
Exactly.
what?
But
But guess what? That's
everybody is watching this Diddy thing. Everybody.
Yeah, but I guarantee
And you
you,
don't think 50's gonna talk about that? It's like when 50's in that negotiation room, he's like, "We're about to give you the biggest thing y'all ever had in years." So yes,
like I
those
said,
numbers are gonna be higher than.
I stand. I don't think so. I stand on what you call its work, nasty work, man. This is nasty
It is.
work,
No, no,
and
no.
I don't like it. and
No,
I
no,
watch it. And
you're
the
saying two
only reason
different
I'm
things
and
right now.
honestly, the only reason I'm watching
No,
it is because
nasty work, right? But you on episode 3 already. Nasty work.
yeah, because the only reason I'm watching it is
Mhm.
to be able to talk about it on the podcast. Because 'cause we're doing a podcast, and guess what? If somebody's watching this, they're like, "Okay, what's going on? This is something that's happening." So we talk about it. That's what this is
All
about.
right.
Not only what's going on in our lives, what's going on stuff that everybody else is talking about, our point of view on it as well.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna be doing it. So
whether
it'd be being new to the podcast world, it'd be almost irresponsible not to be talking about it. It'd be like something that's happening, you're like ignoring it. So guess what? Everything that's going on, we got to look at and talk about. If you're turning on the TV, you see something like, hey, I saw something crazy the other day. Talk about it. This is going to be talked about. So I watched it.
right.
That's why.
So even though it's nasty work, the bag is gonna be humongous because it's
Like I
nasty work.
said,
'Cause guess
I don't.
what? The
That's why.
public,
That's why the bag is. That's why the bag is
the hungry
disclosed, right?
people love nasty work.
Yeah, but you know what?
Jerry Seinfeld's
There's three,
comedy
and guess
shows
what?
were
There's
nasty
three.
work.
How many people in the United States? I think they're all gonna be tuned in more to Jerry Seinfeld than this. Okay, dude. This is nothing but another dude who bites the dust, and nobody cares about that. Another black
Well,
guy that bites the
well,
dust
well,
that went
well,
taken
well,
out. That's it.
luckily, viewership is something that's freaking calculated and monitored. So we'll see the ratings on
Well,
Diddy's documentary versus Jerry
yeah.
Seinfeld's stand-up show.
Well, I don't know, but Jerry
And
Seinfeld
I
thing
could
has
almost
been
assure you that
yeah, but
Diddy's
it's
documentary is going to be number one on Netflix. All right, if
I
it's
don't
not
think
already,
so. It's
if it's
not.
not already,
The beast in me is okay. It's not. The beast in me is number one.
when
Right
does Beast in Me come out?
around the same time this thing came out. This
I
came
thought
out
Diddy's
like a week.
documentary came out this
This
week.
came out. Yeah, it came out this week, but they show you
Yeah, the
like
Beast in
daily
Me has
things of
been
what.
out like 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about?
No, the beast in me
I
is
watched
number one
that
right now.
crazy show like 2 weeks ago. So Diddy's documentary just come out, and it's gonna take that spot. It's gonna take the number one slot. Absolutely. All I'm saying is that I know the baby mama thing probably it's like a thorn in his hip, but 50, I'm gonna go off of precedent. He's been about that bag from the vitamin water deals to the
No,
TV
that
shows. He's
those are
about
business
money.
deals. Those are business deals, smart business deals. This is a vengeance deal. Okay, and I think a lot of people agree with me too. Vengeance deal. That's what this is. This is all about.
Let's take a
Nasty
survey.
deal.
Let's take a survey. People, what do you think? Do you think it's this 50 Cent's involvement in this documentary? Is it based more on his anger towards Diddy for slutting out his baby mama, or do you think it's 50 being 50 and going after that bag, the big bag that Netflix traditionally pays out for things that they think are going to be popular on their streaming platform? I think it's the latter. Alf thinks it's the former, but we'll see. Again, we'll be able to watch the ratings and see if it's number one on Netflix on the streaming platform. We'll be able to kind of determine that later on. But either way, I agree with Alf. It is nasty work. Again, 50 just looks so weird to me during those interviews talking about Diddy the
Yeah,
way he was.
right.
He made some weird comment like like he's bringing up the whole shopping thing. And when I hear the story, the whole shopping thing, this is what I think, and this is real talk for me. Diddy's a fly dude, right?
Yep.
50 Cent is not fly. Like he's a dope MC, but you never see this nigga coming through dripped out. He doesn't look like he can dress. So I bet you Diddy was looking at this dude like, my
Yeah,
nigga,
that's what I think too.
let's
Take you shop.
Playboy.
Let's go shopping.
Playboy, yeah, Playboy. Come with me so I can show you because my nigga, from the moment 50 came out till now, I mean his suits are a little better now. I think they're more custom and fitted, but he's not a drippy dude. You would never think about who's a fly cat in rap and ever think of 50. Ever.
I think
I
that's what
know.
it is too.
I think that was his nice
I think
way of
that's
being like, all right, nigga, let's
yeah,
go.
I think that's what it is. But I also think that he heard of probably like how this dude was moving. 'Cause everybody, when you're in the end, you know what's going on. You know, everybody knows what's happening, who's doing what, and I think it's definitely that because think about it, it ain't no dope outfits at all, man. This
He
ain't
heard what?
would
Well, no, no,
he would never say Nas. Let me take you
no,
shopping ever.
never, no,
Okay,
never, never.
Because Esco knows how to put the gear
No, no,
on. You know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no.
So
You don't remember
never.
you don't remember you could hurt me now video? Esco sitting there with the white fucking mink and fucking
Come
mink
on,
hat
yeah,
tilted.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
50 is not fly like that.
yeah. I think that's what that was. But
And I think yes, I believe that's what that was. That was his polite way of being like, my
and
nigga.
guess what? And he probably took offense to that even worse. Right? So
Hmm.
so that probably just catapulted it to next
Right,
level.
right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I think it was. But hey, who knows? Because I'm like, nigga, why are you even bringing this shit up? But 50 is a interesting character. Listen, the man is super successful. I can't question his moves because clearly every move he makes works out. So let's see what happens with this. And based on the response I'm hearing about this documentary, he looks like he has another success on his hands. He struck gold once again because this shit looks like everyone is talking about this
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Yeah, striking gold is
I
good, man.
cannot go through my
It's one
timeline.
thing it's one thing to strike gold on barren land, and there's another thing to strike oil on barren land versus
Mhm,
striking oil when you gotta do it on somebody's home, we gotta displace them, destroy them,
mhm.
wreck them. That's what this guy's doing right now to me,
But
and that's how I'm gonna end it. I don't wanna even keep talking about this guy anymore because I don't like it. It reminds me of a certain person that I know, and I don't like that stuff type of stuff, so that business I don't like. And, with that note, I think we've hit our mark. I think we're,
oh man, already our time is
yeah,
up.
man, it's time to go and wrap this
Yo,
up,
people,
you know?
thank you for hanging out with us. We always
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
until the next time, listen, man. Have a good week.
Until the until
Um,
the next time, until
to
the
you and
next time.
yours,
There you go. Thank you, people.
and
Thank
then
you.
we look forward to seeing you guys again. Peace. This is the What's Going On Old Man podcast, and we are signing out. I'm Dez. I'm with my boy Alf, and thank you again. Deuce.